For years, the original Sony FX3 has been one of the most popular compact cinema cameras for filmmakers who wanted professional video performance without carrying around a large cinema body. Since its introduction in 2021, the FX3 has become a favorite among independent filmmakers, documentary creators, wedding videographers, commercial shooters, solo operators, and YouTubers. Its compact design, excellent low-light performance, active cooling, strong autofocus, and cinema-focused features made it remarkably capable for its size. But 5 years is a long time in the camera industry, and the competition has changed dramatically. Now, attention is turning toward the rumored Sony FX3 II, which could bring some of the biggest changes ever seen in Sony's compact cinema line. Before getting into the details, there is an important point to make. The specifications discussed here are based on current rumors, leaks, and industry speculation. Sony has not officially confirmed every feature, and some rumored specifications may change before a final product is announced. The camera could also arrive with a different name or feature set. So, rather than treating these details as guaranteed specifications, think of them as a picture of what Sony may be developing. If even some of these reports turn out to be accurate, however, the Sony FX3 II could be a significant step forward from the original camera. The original FX3 succeeded because it offered something very specific. It combined the compact body of a mirrorless camera with many of the filmmaking features associated with Sony's cinema line. It was small enough for handheld shooting, travel, gimbal work, and lightweight rigs, yet it included features such as a built-in cooling fan, professional recording formats, excellent autofocus, and strong low-light performance. For solo filmmakers, this combination was extremely appealing. One person could carry the camera, lenses, audio equipment, batteries, and accessories without needing a large production setup. However, the market has moved forward. New compact cinema and hybrid cameras from competitors have raised expectations for resolution, autofocus, stabilization, connectivity, and overall versatility. That creates an obvious challenge for Sony. The next FX3 cannot simply be a minor refresh. It needs to provide meaningful improvements while preserving the qualities that made the original so popular. One of the most interesting rumored changes is the sensor. The Sony FX3 II is reportedly being developed around a much higher resolution full-frame sensor, potentially with approximately 33 megapixels and a partially stacked architecture. If that specification becomes reality, it would fundamentally change the camera's capabilities. The original FX3 uses a 12.1 megapixel full-frame sensor. That relatively low resolution was intentional. Sony designed the camera primarily around video, and the lower pixel count helped support excellent low-light performance, efficient 4K video capture, and manageable heat generation. The FX3 was never intended to be a high-resolution stills camera. Moving to approximately 33 megapixels would create a very different balance. The Sony FX3 II could become much more versatile, giving filmmakers professional video capabilities while also providing significantly more resolution for still photography. Instead of being almost exclusively a video-oriented camera, it could become a genuinely hybrid cinema line body. The partially stacked sensor is perhaps even more interesting than the resolution itself. A stacked sensor can read image data much faster than a traditional sensor design, helping reduce rolling shutter distortion. This matters enormously for filmmaking. Fast camera movements, quick pans, moving vehicles, rotating objects, and rapidly moving subjects can all reveal rolling shutter artifacts when the sensor cannot read the entire frame quickly enough. A faster sensor readout could therefore make the Sony FX3 II more reliable for dynamic filmmaking. Instead of simply increasing resolution, Sony could be using the new sensor architecture to improve the actual behavior of the camera during motion. Another potential advantage would be autofocus performance. Sony has developed some of the industry's most advanced subject recognition and autofocus technologies, and a newer processing platform could allow those systems to work even more effectively. If the rumored higher resolution sensor is paired with a more powerful processor, the camera could potentially maintain fast and accurate tracking even during demanding shooting situations. Video resolution and frame rate flexibility are also expected to remain central to the camera. Current rumors suggest that the Sony FX3 II could offer oversampled 4K recording at up to 60 frames per second, while potentially reaching 4K at 120 fps under certain crop conditions. This would give filmmakers much more flexibility when creating slow-motion footage. 4K 120 fps is particularly useful for action, commercials, music videos, sports content, and cinematic sequences where motion needs to be slowed down while maintaining smooth detail. If the camera can provide high-quality 4K footage at these frame rates while maintaining reliable autofocus and manageable heat, it could become a very powerful tool for small production crews. The possibility of 6K open-gate recording is another feature that could make the camera more attractive to professional creators. Open-gate recording uses more of the sensor's available area rather than restricting the image to a conventional widescreen video frame. This can provide additional flexibility during post-production, especially when footage needs to be adapted for different aspect ratios. For modern creators, this could be particularly useful. A filmmaker might want a traditional 16:9 master for YouTube, a vertical crop for social media, and a wider cinematic composition for another platform. Capturing more of the sensor area gives editors greater freedom to reframe the image later. For now, all eyes remain on Sony. The original FX3 has already had an impressive run, but the competition is getting stronger every year. If Sony really is preparing a next-generation compact cinema line camera with this combination of resolution, speed, stabilization, cooling, connectivity, and audio features, the FX3 II could be much more than a routine refresh. It could be Sony's statement that compact cinema cameras are no longer secondary tools, they can be serious professional production systems in their own right.